again, everyone. Welcome to Life in Spite of. My name is Sean. Today's video, I want to talk about the negativity that surrounds Meniere's disease. So for those of you who don't know, I suffer from Meniere's disease, as unfortunately a lot of folks do. It is an inner ear disorder. The medicinal world doesn't really understand what the overall cause of it is, or there's a few different ideas of what actually causes it, and they think they understand, but there's not a 100 agreed upon consensus. But either way, there is, when you're diagnosed with the Meniere's disease or Meniere syndrome, you experience tinnitus or tinnitus, ringing in the ear. You can get vertigo, you can get dizziness, you get fluctuating hearing loss. There's a bunch of different, there's pressure, there's a bunch of different symptoms that can come with it, which can be pretty disabling. My recommendation is, as I always say, seek professional medical help. Do not self-diagnose. Get all the appropriate diagnostic tests and work with a professional to get the diagnosis, just to make sure that you have the right diagnosis. But once you have that diagnosis, what I found was, once I started, and I touched upon this a lot, but once I started really researching it a lot, I found that there's a lot of negativity that came along with it. There's a lot of negativity out there. It was all negative almost. It was nothing good. It was all doom and gloom. It was all, you have Meniere's disease, your life is just going to suck for the rest of your life. You're going to have to take 35 different medications. What I found was going online and researching was a very difficult thing to do because of all the negativity that came with it. And I'm not looking to perpetuate the cycle. And if you watch my videos, or you watch, you're interested in my message, I'm really trying to preach, the idea of hope. The idea that, Meniere's disease isn't the end for me. In fact, it was the beginning. Now, am I convincing myself of something that's ridiculous? Maybe, but who cares? It's the beginning for me. My life is better now. My eyes are open. And it's fantastic. Food tastes better. Relationships with my friends and family are stronger. Enjoying my wife and my children more than I ever have. I mean, it's been a gift. It was a hard lesson to learn, but it's been a gift. When I was first diagnosed, and I was looking online, there was all negativity. And I had to find a way to push through that. Luckily, I had support of some fantastic doctors that I was working with. Both traditional and more holistic approach. I had support from my family and my friends, and in future videos I'm going to be breaking down each of those different elements that help me get to where I am. But one of the biggest things I needed to do was to limit my research to make sure that I focused on the positive. Now, that doesn't mean don't look up, don't find your own way. I'm a huge supporter of what works for me. May work for you, it may not, but I want to share to at least try to push you in the right direction. You can find your own way. Down the road, I can make some suggestions, and you can even reach out to me and I can help you out. I'm not a medical professional, but I've tried a couple different things, and maybe I can point you in the right direction. Find the right professional who can help you. We can cross that bridge when we get there, but really one of the most beneficial things I did was I stayed off the blogs. I stayed off the Meniere's groups that, some of these people, as I said before, misery loves company. And these folks were in such a horrific place that they were looking for, understandably, and I'm not judging, but they were in, some of these folks were in a real rough spot. I was there too, but some of these folks are in a real rough spot, and they've been there for quite some time, and they're just looking for others who may be experiencing similar things. But all they're doing is perpetuating how they feel. And that's all it takes over their life. And that's the only thing they're thinking about. And it's just this downward spiral. And it feels like a black hole. It can kind of suck you in. So one of the biggest things I did was I broke free of that pattern. I started focusing, surrounding myself, reading positive things, positivity. First, it was completely unrelated to Meniere's disease. Just try to break that cycle. And there's a million different things you could do. You can meditate, you can try yoga, you could try whatever, and you could talk to your medical care professional. Maybe they have suggestions. Whatever it is, break that cycle. Then start trying to find something that'll help you. Then find, specific ways to treat your symptoms. Try to find specific ways of rewiring yourself so that you can have a positive outcome. There is a way to do it. You have to find your own. Okay? So please, please, please be careful of the negative messages that you surround yourself with, that you buy into, and that you spend all of your time on. Because all of that negativity can make the experience even more difficult. And I found it. If I had somebody early on kind of tell me, hey, hit the brakes, be careful what you're listening to, be careful what you're reading, be careful that it's not all negative, I think I would have broken that downward spiral a little bit sooner. So ideally this helped you. So I'm sure I'll see you again soon. Until the next video, thank you for your time. I hope you're all well. See you again soon.